What's going down, everybody? It's your man, Pro Diggy from the Chaos Crew, but you could call me Diggy if you like. Bringing you a nice little Ground War TDM. I think I go like 38-5, and I fade back far and get a hit marker. But anyway, so got a lot of positive responses from the pilot episode, so to speak, of Diggy and Flex. So we're definitely going to be doing more of that. We were actually going to do one today, but kind of a strange turn of events earlier while I was out made me decide that I needed to do a solo commentary today because I got a really funny story. At least I think it's funny. And but before I get into that, just one thing I want to mention to you guys is you have to understand my commentaries, or in the future me and Reflex's dual comms that we're going to be doing. These are our opinions, okay? These are not facts or anything like that. There's no need to get butthurt. You know what I mean? Like, we just state our opinions on the matter, and you don't have to agree with them. Simple as that. Like, got a few comments about, like, I'm so sick and tired of hearing about Ghost and this, and it's just, it's not that bad and this and that, or whatever. You know what? Fuck it. If I'm on a 7-kill streak and I get shot in the back by a dickhead in a ghillie suit with a fucking motion sensor and a suppressed weapon, it's fucking bad, and it pisses me off, and I'm gonna complain about it. Simple as that. You might not be that guy. Great. Congratulations. You don't have to tell me about it. I'm talking about that guy, not you. Whatever. It's just a very general scope. You know, you don't have to defend the fact that you wear a ghillie suit. Simple as that. And I'm not trying to single anybody out or anything or whatever. I'm not talking shit to you, so you don't need to send me a comment or whatever. Just understand the point of this is that it is an opinion, not a fact. I am allowed to have an opinion. You can have the opinion that I'm an asshole for having that opinion, but I would suggest keeping it to yourself, because if you call me an asshole and you mean it, probably going to get blocked. Because I'm not going to sit here and talk shit to my subs, so my subs can't really sit here and talk shit to me. But anyway, moving on from that. Okay, so funny story. I had finished working today, and I decided that I was going to go get some food at Wendy's. And I also needed some cigarettes, and it just so happens there's a CVS on the corner and a Wendy's directly across the street. Perfect. All right, so I go to CVS. I walk in to get my cigarettes, and first thing that pisses me off about CVS is, number one, the line's always a mile fucking long, and there's one cashier that's like 90 years old that's still in training with no supervisor around at all, so it takes like 30 minutes to fucking check out a lady in front of me that's got like a lip. She's like, I just want to buy a lipstick. Can you please just get me the fuck out of here? And they just, you know, it just takes forever. Like, I'm sorry, I need to look up the SKU number. I'll be back. And then they use their walker to get over to where the thing is, and it just takes forever, so that pisses me off. But the thing that's funny is right in front of me, there's this maybe like 20-something-year-old, like early 20s, cute little Latina girl. And then right in front of her, there's a mom, and she's got 2 kids. And one of the kids' names is David. And I'll tell you how I know this kid's name is David in a second. But David's probably like 6, 7, maybe 8 years old. And then her other son, who I don't know his name, maybe tops like 10, 11. I'm not really a good judge of like how old little boys are, because I don't hang around little boys very much. But I'm just taking a wild guess here. It's probably pretty accurate. Anyway, so while we're sitting there in line, you know, the line's so long that it's going down a fucking aisle. So David's over here, and he's like picking up shit and off the shelves and looking at it and just like throwing it on the floor. And the mom's like, David, now when you pick something up off the shelf, you have to put it back, okay? Or whatever. And the kid's fucking oblivious. He doesn't give a shit. He's like, yeah, whatever, mom. And he just goes to the next fucking thing. And there's like this this display of toilet paper. Okay, like decent-sized packages, like maybe 12, 16 rolls per package, and then they're stacked maybe like, I don't know, 4, 5 high. So it's like 4.5, 5 feet of this fucking toilet paper display, right? And the kid goes up and fucking like bear hugs it, starts twisting left and right and everything, fucking the whole display up. And she sits there and she's like, David, no, David, stop it. David, please, no, David, stop. Mike, David, hello, David, stop. And it gets to the point where the guy in front of her actually turns around to like stop the display from completely fucking falling over and everything or whatever. And in my head, I'm thinking they should have a law where it's absolutely legal for a stranger to beat the fuck out of your kids if you are incapable of doing it yourself. And the thing is like, I'm not saying beat your kids to the point where you like close-fisted, just fucking wailing on them and like breaking bones and black eyes and concussions and shit, nothing like that, but fucking smack the shit out of them once in a while. If they don't listen, smack them across the face, smack them across the ass, whatever the fuck you gotta do, but get them to listen. I'll tell you what, when I was a kid, my dad smacked me one time, just once, okay? You know why only once? Because it never fucking needed to happen again. Okay, I was being a dick. He told me to stop. I wouldn't stop. He told me to stop again and again, probably. And I didn't stop, and he fucking smacked me. And you know what happened? As soon as he smacked me, I stopped. I probably started crying a little bit, but nonetheless, I fucking stopped. And then, the next time he said no, or stop, or don't, guess what the fuck happened? Yeah, I stopped immediately. You know why? Because I don't want my face to fucking hurt again. 2-piece, and 3-piece, So that's the thing. It's like, you don't have to beat the shit out of them, but, you know, throw down a little authority on them, for fuck's sake. Don't let them just run all over you. You know what I mean? And it's like, well, you shouldn't beat your kids because it's just wrong, and we just give our kids timeout. And fuck a timeout. You know what my kid's timeout would be if I had a kid? If my kid doesn't fucking listen, he's gonna get knocked unconscious. And however long the time is that he is unconscious will be his time out. Kind of like time out cold, basically. And the thing is she's not teaching this kid any respect for any kind of authority whatsoever. So more than likely, the kid's gonna go to school, he's not gonna listen to his fucking teachers, or the dean, or the counselor, or whatever, because he's gonna have no respect for authority, and then eventually, he's probably gonna end up going to jail, because he's gonna get pulled over, and the cop's gonna be like, son, do you know why I pulled you over? And he's like, no, I don't really care, fuck you, officer, because you can't do shit to me, because I don't have any respect for authority. And the officer's gonna be like, what? Oh, okay, well, you're going to jail. And the kid's gonna be like, no, I'm not. And then the officer's gonna beat him, because legally he can, as long as there's no cameras around. And then the kid's gonna go to fucking jail, and in jail, Bubba's gonna be like, wow, son, you got a pretty mouth. You're gonna be my wife. And then the kid's gonna be like, no, I don't want to be your wife. Yeah, I'm not gonna be your wife. Whatever. And then he's gonna get the shit beat out of him in prison. So all you gotta do is smack him around a little bit now, and then he won't become someone's wife getting his ass kicked in jail. But anyway, this has been your man Pro Diggy from the motherfucking Chaos Crew. But you could call me Diggy if you like. Don't forget, as always, to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in my sights.